YouTube.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready-to-act.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a bright, focused foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
We address people, young boys, as if they're grown when they're not. For me, they're not young men, they're young boys. And I think if we can keep them in that space, I can do a lot more with someone in middle school when I treat them as the boy that they are versus trying to make them men when they're not, and they probably have very few examples of that.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. Coming with straight truth.
Corey, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you when I first started hearing your voice. And what you're doing, in the words of T-Pain and Gorilla, I love it.
Thank you, brother. Bless.
Hey, I'm down with you, man. I missed your last gathering, but the next one I'm going to be there, and I'm going to make sure I introduce myself because, hey, you're God in all circumstances.
Catch The Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Never miss a moment of The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the new 1017 The Truth.
Violence
Check it out one time.
Good morning, Milwaukee. It is another edition of Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth, live from the American Family Insurance Studio in downtown Milwaukee. Dave, how you doing this morning?
It's obviously going slow because I didn't have my mic on. It is a wonderful Tuesday morning in the city of Milwaukee.
Yes.
Crisp Tuesday morning. I used that joke yesterday, but you weren't here, so I can use it on you too.
Okay.
It's crisp. That means it's cold.
Okay. All right then. And raining. It's wet. It's raining outside. So y'all,
That's what she
if you just waking up, turn over and get up and get going because, the rain can make you late. Ain't that right, Dame?
feel like Seattle right now.
A little bit. A little
that's what I'm
bit.
talking
Except for Seattle, it ain't never this cold. Every once in a while. I mean,
it's cold and it's raining.
It's cold and it's raining here in Wisconsin. So it's one of those mornings.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely need a good coat, and an umbrella, a hood, a hat, something.
Yeah. Make sure you bundle them kids up going out to that school bus.
Oh, yeah, definitely
don't
that.
let them leave in just a sweatshirt.
Oh,
I hate
no.
when I see that, when the little kids just got on a hoodie and something, and,
You know, I got to tell you.
2 or 3 hoodies.
Here in Wisconsin, it takes, you know what? People are they really get in denial on weather.
Mm-hmm.
for a long time. I remember I used to have to tell my son, take a coat, put a coat on. It's cold out there. He'd be in denial, have a little sweatshirt on or whatever, and be like, everything's fine. Nah.
Well, when you grow up in it, it's nothing to you. It don't get cold till it's below 32.
Right.
Anything above 32, you just put on a hoodie or something like that. But nah, don't let them do that no more, y'all. Put these kids in coats.
Yeah.
Especially little kids.
Oh, yeah, little kids, you gotta
put them in something.
They gotta be. That's on you, moms and dads.
Bundled up like the not the Toy Story. What's that movie where the Christmas Story? Thank you, Rhea. You know exactly where I was going.
The Christmas Story.
When he was bundled up in that red suit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that is hilarious. When I was little, I used to think that was filmed in Milwaukee because that one school looks like Garden Homes. But I guess it's just then I grew up and realized that every Midwest city looks the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
And every school that was built during that era looks the same.
Yeah.
Like, that looked like Garden Homes, But anyway.
Hey, speaking of which, it's cold in here. Rhea, can you turn the heat up?
Is the heat on?
I ain't got access, but I will ask when we get our other person in here.
Okay, because it's
Love
chilly.
Jones. Is the heat on?
It's cold.
I got a line from any movie to fit any situation.
Okay, I guess.
I've watched too many movies. Is the heat on? If you know Love Jones, you know that line. You know where it's from. You know what's happening. Bailey, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Yeah.
My weekend was great. Yep.
That's it? That's all you got?
I worked. I worked at my other gig, and the part of the time that I wasn't working, I was at home at the crib, Decided to put my first fire in the fireplace over the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was chilling.
First
when I
world
wasn't
problems. Fireplacing.
Yep.
I got fireplaces, but I don't use them.
See? You're missing a slice of life.
I have fireplace on every floor, but I have never used them.
Look, that's what rich folks say, Rhea. Shout out to our producer, Rhea.
Shout out to Rhea.
I got a fireplace on every floor.
It did sound kind of richy when I said it.
It did sound a little bougie.
Real bougie. Real bougie.
Let me just say.
I'm just focusing in on the one. He got 2 or 3. My bad.
I can't use them no more. They've since been closed off. But when I first bought the house, I believe they were still could have been in operation. But it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't think I'm rich, y'all. I'm not. I just make good purchases.
Okay. Well, then there you go. There it is, Rhea. That settles it.
Then, sometimes, you just gotta like I hold out to get what I want, and when I get it, that's what I want. That's how I'm gonna go get it.
Well, I like that mindset. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Did you see what he's driving?
No, what you driving?
That's how it is.
I am driving an all black, black on black Jeep Sahara Wrangler. It is my dream vehicle.
Right.
I've always wanted it, and when I was able to get it, I got it. And I waited till I could get it. I drove that Camry that I had prior for 10, 12 years until I could get the car that I wanted.
There it is.
Patience is a virtue.
There it is. There it is, Rhea. There it is. Jewels. Gems. Gems.
And then, it's just, I tell that to anybody. I tell my young men that. I be like, just wait.
Yeah.
Don't
wait on it.
Wait on it.
Just wait on it.
Wait on it and work hard for it. Because, see, the last weekend, when I had the young men, and I don't know if Bailey I talked about, but it was about dreams and aspirations and goals, right? And I told them, these are what jobs do you want to have, or what do you want to, not even jobs, just what do you want to do as an adult?
Right.
One of them was like a paleontologist, a cardiologist. This little brother is so smart. Like, we were talking about, yesterday, we were talking about Juneau Town and Kilbourne Town and the split of Milwaukee. He knew all of that stuff, right? Which is stuff that most people that live in Milwaukee don't know.
Right.
Why the bridges are crooked and stuff like that. They don't understand it. So I'm just saying this to say this was his level of knowledge. And so the whole point of me asking them what they wanted to be when they grew up was, so then when you realize that all of these things that you want to do require you to go to school for some portion, right?
Right.
At least get out of high school and at least some college or some extra training. Whether you want to own a business, you got to know how to run a business.
Right.
Whether you want to be a paleontologist, a cardiologist, any type of ologist, you're going to have to go to somebody's colleges to get something for that. And so what I wanted them to realize is that school is important. So while you're in school, it wasn't about the little goals you have to set forth to be just a paleontologist. It's about, okay, right now I'm in school, and school is my only function. And if I want to get to that point, I got to do well in school and pay attention in school, so when that time comes, I'm prepared to take those next steps. And each kid that I had do that came back with the same answer. And that's what I was trying to get them to realize was school is important. I didn't say, now think about all the schooling you need. I let them think about it, and then they realized on their own, hey, if I want to do this, I got to go to school. I got to do well in school. I can't get kicked out of class every 2 hours and this, that, and the other. And so that is a successful week of mentoring for me, is having them just in that time frame realize that, school is important on their own. Because a lot of times we talk to kids and we preach to them, but they're like, what you talking about? Get out of here.
Right.
But if you lead them in a certain direction and then they figure it out on their own, now they feel like they've discovered something and they hold it more true.
That's great.
Thank you.
You did all that this weekend? I felt unaccomplished.
I did a lot. And that was
Rhea, I felt unaccomplished. I was just working and then came back to the crib with a little fire in the fireplace, and he out here building nations. Look at that.
Trying to.
Look at you.
With 2 fireplaces.
Okay.
It is 2. One on the second, one on the first, one on the second.
And a Wrangler. And a black on black Jeep Wrangler.
I listen, y'all. Don't listen to them. They
what?
gassing me.
What?
I got 4 girls in college, and 2 of them just graduated, so they not in college, but 2 in college. And I ain't got no money.
What?
I'm broke, baby. Ain't that what? See, I said I got a line from every movie. Paid in full. Y'all don't know that line?
No.
Come on, man. Who am I talking to here that y'all don't know Paid in Full?
Look.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that.
Truth Nation, Rhea has never seen the movie Paid in Full.
Describe the premise real fast.
Paid in Full is about 3 drug dealers in Harlem, or I think it's Harlem, in New York. And it's based on a true story of, I think it's the Supreme Team or something like that. It's based on a true story of these 3 drug dealers, Ace, Rico, and I can't remember my guy's name.
Spike Lee?
No, it's not a Spike Lee movie. Okay. It's actually a Rockefeller movie.
Oh.
Dame Dash did it.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, see? And people hear that and they be like, oh, that sounds terrible.
Now, who's in it?
My man that played in The Wire. Cameron is in it. I want to say the dude that played in the Eminem's movie. I can't remember his name. His name slips me. Mekhi Phifer.
Okay.
Cameron Mekhi Phifer, and the dude from The Wire that's been in like everything. He was the big drug dealer. Have you ever seen The Wire, Weir?
I just started watching this year.
Okay, so
on season 2.
Good, because I was about to be worried about you.
I'm slowly there. Everyone in that show is gorgeous.
He's Avon Barksdale in The Wire, but he's also Ace in this movie.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, I was about to be worried about you if you didn't know The Wire. Bailey, you seen Paid in Full, haven't you?
Yeah, probably.
What am I doing? What is going on here? Truth Nation, these 2 women have not seen Paid in Full.
I think I have. I believe I have.
Oh, what is going on here?
I believe I have seen Paid in Full.
I hope you have.
I believe I have, because Mekhi Phifer,
I'm going to just start asking y'all what movies y'all have seen. And
you don't want to do that.
I know what your answers are going to be. We've done this to Bailey before.
When we come back.
Look, she ready to go to commercial now. She ready to go to commercial. When we come back, what are you talking about? And his black check. When we come back.
We got a lot coming your way this morning, Truth Nation, and it's going to be very, very interesting. What are we talking about first, Dame?
We are going to talk about the SNAP benefits first.
Oh.
And it's a lot going on with SNAP, but now they trying to change it. But
I have some thoughts on that.
Oddly enough, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
You would think I would be, but I'm not. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll talk about that and more coming your way. It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Gina Della and her team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin always have the winning game plan. Check out the championship caliber play call this month. A whole house of beautiful, new, energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month. And get this, 0% interest for up to 6 years. That's like running a drive that keeps moving the chains with no penalties and no interest. And I can tell you from my experience, Pella Windows actually stop the drafts. You'll stay comfortable no matter how cold it gets outside. Think about it. Energy savings, comfort, and a great monthly payment you can actually manage. That's why I trust Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and why this is the right time to make your move. Call today and schedule your free consultation at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2025.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. To learn more about how you can take your first steps in buying your forever home, visit associatedbank.com/lending. That's associatedbank.com/lending. Or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That's marketplacewisconsin.com.
Seriously injured? Make one call. That's all.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our black-owned business give back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC. Y'all like how I say C at the end?
I did like how you said that. It added an extra flair to it. You know what I mean?
The flair of entertainment. Early on a Tuesday.
I know, you crazy. You are crazy.
Radio going up.
You know.
On a Tuesday.
Going up. Yeah. On a Tuesday.
This is for you, Bailey.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
That is for
You're a kind gentleman.
And a scholar.
And a scholar.
Thank you.
Now,
I appreciate that.
We were talking about this before the break, but we just alluded to this topic. The Assembly is about to vote on a bill blocking SNAP recipients from buying candy, soft drinks, and energy drinks. I don't see any chips in there because I see a lot.
They didn't have chips in there?
I don't see chips in there. It says candy, soft drinks, and energy drinks.
See, that's bias right there. See, at first I was going to be for it.
Uh-huh.
But if you're going to do it.
They don't have no hot chips in here. I don't see no.
Them got to be the first to go.
The hot chips.
Jesus Christ, I'm sick of hot chips. Oh, my God, I hate them hot chips. And I tear them up myself sometimes, but I hate them. If you eat too many of the wrong kind, you're
going to be hurting. Yeah.
It's going to be a terrible day for you.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm not mad at that on the totality of it, right? If they go all the way with it, you can't be, and this is what the Republicans often do, depending upon how much money someone's giving them, they leave them out of the fray. Now go all the way. Put potato chips on there.
Yeah.
But since you already subsidized the potato chip industry, you don't want to put that on there because now you're cutting your nose off to spite your face. Because the potato chip industry is subsidized by the American government. Those potatoes and the corn that they use for all of that stuff is subsidized by the government. So they can't cut off the cycle. But they can do it with energy drinks and sodas. Okay. Did they have sodas on there?
Yeah.
Energy, sodas. I'm not mad at the unhealthy.
Okay, so here's my get up. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Mm-hmm. But I also think that, I think instead of getting rid of it, because it's soft drinks, they label them as soft drinks. I think that there should be a limit, right? Mm-hmm. Depending on how much you get with regard to how much you can spend on it. Because I think it's healthy and I think it's okay to have a little something, Don't go overboard. But what I have seen in the past is, go over to somebody's crib that has, SNAP or is getting SNAP. And then you see, like, pantries full of snacks. And you're like, yo, did you get some food? Like some, some meat, some vegetables, some, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
I just think that there should be a limit on it.
I think, again, although I'm not mad at it, and it's coming from the Republicans, which is, I'm an independent, y'all, so if it's good, it's good. But I think the Republicans are, again, trying to control poor people's lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without question.
That's all. We can't make we too stupid to make our own decisions.
Yeah.
On stuff. Yeah. So they're trying to control poor people's lives. But I'm just saying if they're going to say, and that's why I feel it's like that, because if they wanted to truly be concerned about the health of poor people, then take all that off of there. Yeah. Take the chips off of there. You take everything off of there. Don't pick and choose what you're taking off of there and what you think is healthy. It's like, and I'm comparing it to this because I was watching Roland Martin the other day, and shout out to Roland Martin, frat brother. He was talking about the people that are that are pro-life, right?
Right.
When really they just anti-abortion, because if you're pro-life, then you would care about when
the people that are here.
Right. You would care about when police officers kill people. We're talking about stuff like when police officers have misconduct on people. You would care about the violence that takes place in our streets, in our schools, mass shootings. You would care about all of that stuff if you're pro-life. The point is you're just anti-abortion. Right. So is this bill just anti-soft drinks? Is it really for healthiness of our poor people? Is it really for that? Or is it something else behind the scenes that's taking place that now they're saying, okay, y'all want to act this way? Well, we finna take your SNAP. So now, because essentially what you're doing is that's a lot of money that soft drinks, power drinks, and all of these people make off of SNAP benefits. So now they can't make this money. You're hurting that economy. You're hurting that industry. Business, that industry. You're hurting them. So what's behind the scenes that led them? Because I'm always thinking about the dollar. Right. When it comes to Republicans, even when it comes to Democrats, a lot of times It's about the dollar. So what is the dollar motivation for this? There is not, they don't care about poor people. We already know they don't care about poor people.
Yeah.
Because if they cared about poor people, we wouldn't have had the 40 or 50 day shutdown where people couldn't get their SNAP.
Right.
We wouldn't have the health care issues with Obamacare where now people's health care is going to go through the roof.
Right.
If they cared about poor people. So don't come to me and say you cared about poor people. What's the real reason behind them wanting to do this?
Right.
And I think that'll come out later on. So although on the surface, oh yeah, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
On the surface.
Right.
What's your real motivation?
Exactly.
For doing this. It's like if somebody, I always say, I use this analogy a lot. If somebody helps an old lady across the street. Now I may just be helping the old lady across the street because of she's an old lady.
Right.
She needs my help getting across the street.
Right.
Is that your motivation? Excellent. But if your motivation is the police are chasing you and you want to hide and help this old lady across the street, now your motivation is self-serving.
Right.
So is it you should be, I understand the act is there, but your motivation is self-serving.
Right.
And a lot of times when Republicans do stuff like this, their motivation is self-serving. So I'm looking around to see what is the real reason.
Oh, okay.
What do you think the real reason? Because they don't care about poor people.
They don't care.
So don't come to me that you care. And the fact, again, as I said, that they don't have chips on there. They don't have beef sticks on there. They don't have all of this other high cholesterol stuff on there. They just got the sugary stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is the real, is the sugar that's being used for these sodas coming from another country now and they don't want to fund it? What's the real reason for it? And I don't believe that they give a rat's ass about poor people.
Right, right. I don't think they do either. I don't think that they care about poor people's health at all.
No.
So I'm sure there's some motivating factor behind it. Do you think it's fair that they're doing this?
Fair?
Fair to look, we're not on SNAP benefits, I don't think. We all go to the store. We might buy a snack or two. Some of us, you may go to some people's house and they got just as many snacks in there as,
Yeah, I got friends that have a lot of children, and because they have a lot of children, they qualify for SNAP. They don't make a lot of money, obviously, but they have a lot of children and they qualify for SNAPs, and they're living okay, but they still qualify. I don't want to make excuses. But then you go look in their pantry, like you were saying earlier, and it's like a corner store. It's Funyuns here and this and there and then and it's everything.
But is it equality? I'm asking because, for example, we might do that. One of us might have a pantry that's filled like that. And so are they living the same sort of, are they getting the same sort of, equality when it comes to food and stuff too?
This is what I think. I think the other side of this is we have a healthcare system that, and this is probably what the Republicans are going to say as well, and I don't want to regurgitate a Republican PowerPoint here, but
talking point.
Yeah, they're going to say that, well, they're poor, and we have to pay for their health care, and so because we already got to pay for their health care, we should determine what they eat to make sure that they're healthy, right? That's like some slave stuff right there, right?
Yeah.
I want my slaves.
That's herding and breeding.
I want my slaves to be healthy so that they can come to work all of the time, and I don't have to pay for their health care. That's what they're going to say. You know, that's but see, that's how they're thinking.
That is how they're thinking.
So they're not thinking about the well-being of that person. They're thinking, I want this person to be as healthy as they can be, and I want to breed them to be as healthy as they can be so that they can come to work every day for this minimum wage I'm about to give them and at McDonald's. And even though they got to work 2 jobs and this, that, and the other to survive, I want them to work them 2 jobs.
2 jobs.
And if they're sick and they can't work those 2 jobs, then what am I going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. It's crazy. I'm kind of with it, but I
Truth Nation on the other side of the break, y'all let us know. Call in and hit us up on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you are at. Let us know what you think about it. Because I want to know what people really think about it. This is something a lot of times I just say that in jest, but I really want to know what y'all think.
Should the assembly vote to block SNAP recipients from buying candy, food, drinks, and energy. I definitely should be taking off energy drinks. That's what we want to know. Should the assembly, that sounds like a poll question. Should the SNAP recipients have a limited take on what they can get? Candy, Xing out candy, soft drinks, and energy drinks. That's what we need to know. That's what we want to know, Milltown. Hit us up, 833-212-1017. That's the Truth Talking text line. You can hit us about that, or you can make sure you go on YouTube. We'll have a YouTube poll coming your way next. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
Today's College Light is brought to you by Marquette University, and now I am so excited to be joined by Kennedy Luckett, a sophomore at Marquette University who is the first recipient of the prestigious Way Scholars Program. Let's get right into it, though, Kennedy. You are the first ever Way Scholar. Can you talk about your whole experience of getting that award on live TV on the Today Show?
It was a surprise, like it was supposed to be. I didn't know what was going on or what I was being necessarily interviewed for. I got told like I was moving to the next round, did like an on-screen interview, which they liked that too, and then they were like, okay, hey, and then they flew me out to New York. They told me D Wade was there, but like I wasn't gonna be able to meet him, so I was like, oh, okay. And then I come out behind the stage and he's saying my name sitting on the couch, and I was like, oh, I was tricked. I am gonna meet him. That was super cool, and then I was presented with the award, so that was super cool.
That is very, very cool. Now, Kennedy, what makes Marquette so fun and appealing to you?
The community and the different things that I'm able to do. And also, like I said, like walking around campus, that's always just the best part for me. I'm a part of the Marquette Filmmakers Club, so they just make student films and stuff like that. I'm also a part of The Wire now. I'm in the process of creating my own TV show, so that's super fun.
Love that.
That's actually super exciting. You can do what you want there. If you ask somebody, you can do it.
Now, how has Marquette prepared you for your future?
Marquette has given me the opportunity to do the things I want to do, career focus. So I am double majoring in psychology and digital media. So right now I'm in a research program. Marquette gave me all that information before I even accepted my admissions about research opportunities I could do. So I hopped on that my first year. Also, with making this TV show, I want to be a showrunner and a director. I'm getting experience with all the stuff I want to do now. So by the time I'm graduated, I have some really nice footing to be able to do what I want to do.
Big delays on westbound 94 through the stadium interchange, basically starting from about 25th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Back on the brakes from Highway 100 all the way out to an accident scene at Moreland off on the left shoulder. Of course, there's the roads are wet, might be a bit slick, so you do want to be careful with that. Eastbound 94 is slowing down out of the Zoo interchange to Hawley Road. Southbound 41 backing up from the county line down to Good Hope Road, back on the brakes from Appleton Avenue down past Hampton, and southbound 43 starting to see some delays from before Hampton all the way down to about Locust. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, rain early with a mix up to the north and west, up to an inch of slushy accumulation far north of I-94, a high of 41. Tonight, becoming partly cloudy, a low of 36. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Want to help build a better Milwaukee? 1MKE is a nonpartisan coalition of over 100 community partners, making it easier to plug into what matters. From local services that can save you time and money, to events that build community, to voting resources to ensure your voice is heard. Whether you're new to civic engagement or ready to level up your impact, there's a place for you with 1MKE. Learn more, get involved, and take your community feedback survey at 1mke.org. That's 1mke.org. We are 1MKE. Whew.
Shout out to all my people on the YouTube line. RN Kawanda, I see ya. Good morning to No Doubt 78718. Kiana S. Williams, we see you. Kiana wants to know, have y'all seen Boys in the Hood, Juice, and Above the Rim?
Yes.
Rhea?
Seen Boys in the Hood.
Wait a minute.
I've seen all of them.
Wait a minute. You ain't seen Juice or Above the Rim?
No.
Okay, you need to see those movies and report back.
I will put them on my list.
Those both Tupac movies.
Yeah.
You ain't seen Tupac movies?
How you gonna miss Tupac movies?
Oh my God. You seen Poetic Justice. Okay, we give you a little credit for that.
All right.
But you gotta see Juice in the Butter Rim. Shout out to Kiana S. Williams. I told you I was gonna ask
Juice is a classic.
Melody Madden said the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, no Nestle corporations don't need tax money. You could not buy this stuff when we were on the paper stamps. And I believe she's correct. You couldn't get it when we were on the paper stamps. Shout out to Alfonso Dupree. Shout out to, again, Melody Madden. Shout out, who goes on to say, also SNAP is sold a whole underbelly of buyers waiting for the SNAP reload. SNAP people need money for non-SNAP daily needs, not just for blanks, giggles, or dope. Melody got a potty mouth. I like it.
Oh,
goodness. Melody.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it. Listen, going back to the SNAP stuff, and shout out to everybody that's on the YouTube line, and shout out to everybody that's on Facebook watching us. Shout out to everybody that's on X watching us. I think they raise a good question about the SNAP stuff. Alfonso Dupree said these corner store, liquor stores, and gas stations will always make a way for non-food items to be purchased with EBT. That's the hood for you. Marty. And the flip side of it is, if they take away, and this is why if this was a reasoning for them to do it, then I could be in support. But again, it's like, why are they doing it? I need to know the reason why y'all doing it before I'm supporting it.
Right.
You put a black face on it, and now I've supported this, and here we are. It's like school choice. They put a black face on it.
Look like they still gonna let you get some hot chips, though.
Right. You're still gonna be able to get chips. So it's not really, you don't really care about my health. So it's something about these soda companies and these power drink companies that you don't like. Maybe they're giving money to Democrat causes, or maybe they're spoke out against Trump, or maybe it was something. It's something that's happened that you don't like them and you're using this for it. Now, if it was purely for, the health of poor people.
Right.
And this would be a reason I would say is that if you have EBT and you take it away from these other non-healthy items to be bought, then that forces corner stores who would lose 60% of their money.
Yeah.
60% of the money that they make. It forces them now to have healthy food in their corner stores, because now the only way you can do it is to have this healthy food. And maybe that could be a slight adjustment into the food deserts that we're going into.
Right.
If major, like on 35th and North, the Pick and Save closed. Shout out to Metcalf Park that's been fighting diligently to get another corner store in there. But it closed. If now we can have where those corner stores that are still there and still surviving, maybe that big size store doesn't work in our neighborhoods anymore, right?
Right.
So if we can adjust it to a corner store, and now it's smaller, but it's providing those same type of food options.
Right.
Where it's healthy foods now because they can't no longer sell just chips. And a lot of times y'all don't realize when these corner stores come to the council, they'll come to the council and they'll say, oh, I'm going to be a grocery store. I'm going to provide I almost did something very racist right then, and I caught myself.
You caught yourself.
Did I catch myself good?
You caught yourself good.
Y'all know what I almost did.
Yeah.
But if they come to the council and say we're going to have healthy options, and then when you go to the store, it's a basket next to the register with fruits, maybe an apple, maybe some oranges. Oh, there's our healthy options, and the whole store is nothing but snacks and candy. Mm-hmm. So if you can change the dynamic of that and force them to now to have to sell some type of healthy stuff or regular foods in those same spaces because they can't get the money off of that, they'll do it because it's all about making the money.
Yeah.
So they'll do it. So that is the flip side of it that maybe I can see it being a benefit. But that's not what these Republicans is doing it for.
Right. That's not what they're doing
That's not what they're doing it for. But I'm just saying, as somebody that's looking at it, that could be a reason.
That could be a reason. It could be.
What do you think?
I think it's highly unlikely.
Because you looking at me like, yeah, you talking, it sounds too good to be true. You talking right, but I don't think it's going to happen. But that's the benefit of it. And when I used to work in politics, that's when I thought of legislation or anything like that, I would think of ways that this could trickle down and maybe affect something else or kill two birds with one stone, as they say. That's what this would do if their heart was in the right place. But they're Republicans. They don't have a heart.
It would force people to go back to just cooking regular, cooking more,
Absolutely.
Because, if they take off like the Hot Pockets and stuff like that, it could force people to have to cook more. If you're, and that's not a bad thing.
I'm not mad at improving the health of my community.
Not at all. Yeah, same here.
And I'm not saying I am Mr. Healthy because I'm not. You can look at me on YouTube and see that's not the case. But I'm not as bad as I used to be.
Okay.
But
same
I'm not
here.
as good as I used to be either. So
I'm better than I used to be. I like that.
When it comes to health, I was looking like a superhero in 2020, 2019. I was walking around here looking like, I was an Avenger.
Okay.
And then the pandemic hit. Now I look like the Avengers sidekick. They always got the sidekick. The sidekick that's not as in shape, but it's funny. I'm the funny, not as in shape dude. But I get back to being the main character.
Let's go to our True Talking text line 833-212-1017. Al, good morning. You're on with Dame and Bailey.
Good morning. The answer to the question should be no. It should be no. There's no limit to the welfare fraud with these white folks, and it ain't no limit to no heroin, because junkies don't eat food. They eat crack and dope and burning silver spoons with heroin, okay? So it should be no limit. They should buy what they want. But let's get honest, Republicans. It ain't no limit to the children y'all sexually assault. It ain't no limit to them diseases y'all make because y'all sleeping with them farting mules and them dogs. So why should you put a limit on food today?
Wow.
Al, you still there? He gone?
I'm still here. Hello? Hello?
I was waiting on you to finish, Al. Because you was cooking. I was letting you cook.
Okay. Let her cook.
I'm letting you cook.
I mean, everybody talking about it should be a limit. Ain't no limit on no welfare fraud from these thin-lipped gremlins living in River Hills and Waukesha. It ain't no limit on the cocaine and heroin and the silver spoons you cook. So why should it be heroin on food? And the reason why we got all these diseases over here, y'all don't have no limit on them dogs and them cats and them farting mules you're sleeping with, and that ain't even on the same level with human anatomy. Them people should be able to buy what they want. If you can rape kids and buy dope and coke, them people should be able to buy whatever they want with their SNAP benefits since you gremlins is stealing it. Have a good day.
Ooh, Al. All right, then.
Al kept it 100.
He sure did, as he always does.
And he's absolutely right. They just trying to control us more, as they always do.
Okay, straight up control. All right, you're checking out Truth in the Morning. Bailey, Coleman, Dame Ellzey, 1017 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Hey, think you're the ultimate trivia champ?
Well, prove it against us, your favorite WTMJ host.
It's free to play. All we ask is bring a new unwrapped toy to benefit Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive.
Or you can donate at WTMJ.com. Just text TOY to the WTMJ talk and text line.
855-616-1620. Grab your friends. Test your smarts. All while helping a great cause.
It's the WTMJ Trivia Challenge, coming to a place near you.
Check out the schedule of where we will be at WTMJ.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
Are you ready for open enrollment? Now through January 15th, you can explore affordable health insurance options if you don't already have coverage through your job, Medicare, or Medicaid. The Community Health Access Program, CHAP, helps residents find affordable plans and guides you through the enrollment process, connecting you with resources to support your family. CHAP is a program of the City of Milwaukee Health Department. Learn more at milwaukee.gov/CHAP. That is milwaukee.gov/CHAP, or calling 414-286-8620.
Ready to hit the road in your new car? At Brewery Credit Union, we make it easy with affordable payment options on auto loans designed to fit your budget. Whether it's a brand new ride or the perfect used vehicle, we'll help you get behind the wheel faster. With flexible terms, quick approvals, and personalized service you can trust. Don't wait. Start your journey today. Apply online at brewerycu.com or visit us at Brewery Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush, Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
It's 101.7 The Truth in the Morning. Bailey, Coleman, Dame Ellzey. The American Family Insurance Studio, the heart of downtown Milwaukee. This morning we've been talking about those SNAP benefits. We got our poll. Rhea, where we at with our poll on the...
Alrighty, let's see here. For our poll, we asked, should SNAP recipients have a limit on which food they can purchase, like junk food? We have 60% that said yes and 40% that said no.
Oh. So see?
So we're not too far off in what we're thinking. My only thing is, like I've been saying, is I'm hesitant to support it because I don't know the intentions of those people that have offered it up. You know what I'm saying? They're offering us something good, but could it be poisoned? You know what I mean? And by that I mean we've had many situations where, and I put this on the YouTube chat, so y'all go in there and check it out. Me and Melody Madden having a back and forth on there, but too many times we've accepted something from the other side or somebody that typically doesn't have our best interest in heart, and because on the face of it, the idea seemed good. The idea seemed righteous. Right. But then once the bigger picture became clear and everything came out,
there was an ulterior motive.
There was an ulterior motive to it, and it didn't benefit us. It left us looking dumb, you know?
Right.
And I can say that about a number of different things that have happened, but I won't. But in those situations, I feel like in hindsight, those people that have championed for that at the end regret that they championed for it because of the things that it did to our institutions and things that are historically helping the poor people.
See, I just feel like there should be a limit. There should be a
limit. I ain't mad at that.
Just, you can't go in and spend your whole thing on snacks, right? That's it. You know what I mean?
Like I'm not mad at that. There should be a limit.
And I really believe that energy drinks are not, they shouldn't be on there. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all drink it. I drink coffee. We all have our vices. But energy drinks should just not be on there.
Unless it's like sugar-free. Unless you got like a sugar-free like Gatorade Zero or something like that. But who's going to determine all of this stuff? Who's going to go through and make the determination and say, okay, I guess you can do that. They do it with WIC. When you get your WIC, you go through the grocery store and they say, this is what you can get.
Yeah, and this is what you can't get. Yeah.
So I guess it can be done.
It can be done.
Because if they do it for WIC, they can do it for this as well.
Yeah.
They can use the same process for this. And anybody that's had a baby and because anybody can get WIC, right? So anybody that's had a baby and use WIC, when you go through the grocery store,
you can't get everything.
You get 4 yogurts.
Yeah.
You get this.
Exactly.
You get that. You can get all of this stuff, right? And that wouldn't be, now that I think about it, that wouldn't be too much different than it was back in the day when we were young, coming up on food stamps and stuff like that, when they used to give us the block cheese.
Yeah.
You get this, you get that, you get that. And we took it.
Yeah.
And we made it what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now they're using SNAP, and I think they're using SNAP and EBT to supplement the business.
I think if there's any
industry.
Yeah, I also think if there's any fraud involved, that might limit it as well. Because you can't just go in and get whatever you want no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see, this is not, again, and I say this with all good intentions, but their intentions, we don't know.
We don't know what their intentions are, yeah.
And if we knew what their intentions were, then maybe that would make a difference in how we were able to see what they were doing.
Right. Facts.
And in seeing what they're doing, we see the end, like I said, we see the end goal, and we don't want to be out here holding the flag for somebody that at the end of it is going to be like, ha, gotcha. Gotcha. You know, come on, man. And I'm going to be honest, that's how I feel about school choice and all of that stuff, is that in the initial stages of it, it was for black kids, right? It was for poor kids. You poor kids, oh, we love you.
Right.
You deserve a better education. You deserve to be able to go to this school and take your money to this school and go where you want to go. That's my George Bush voice.
Yeah.
And you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, though, we're going to open this. That's discrimination. We're going to open this up to anybody under any, circumstances that want to take their kids and put them in a better school. Anybody can do it. And then they did that. And then it was, we're going to put a cap on how many people can do it. And then next thing you know, the cap affects black people, where now the cap is on us and everybody can't do it now. That's what I'm saying. That was the end goal.
That was the end.
Was taking public money and providing it to private institutions. That was the end goal. That's what they wanted to accomplish. And in this, I don't know what the end goal is. So I'm hesitant to be like, it's a good idea, but kick rocks until I know more.
Right. Yeah.
Part of me feels like it's giving slavery.
You think you feel like it's
a little bit?
That's what I
think
was
of
saying.
like having you have your cows or your pigs or whatever. Like you get the bare end of everything else, but then they're still going to try to tell you what you can and cannot eat. But you have to make good of what you got.
Yeah.
However, if I'm going to have funding for something, that's money you're giving me. Let me do what I want to do with my money.
That's all I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Is okay.
Right.
Is it sounds like you just said slavery. It sounds like you want to, and slavery it's chattel slavery. So it sounds like you are
food slavery.
Yeah. It sounds like I'm gonna make sure my workers eat what I want them to eat.
Right.
So that they are able to work longer hours for me, and what they found is the healthier they are, the more healthy foods they eat, and if I take out all this sugary stuff, they'll be able to work longer and they won't get sick, and I'll be able to make more money off of them. And that's essentially what slavery was. It's an economic thing, right?
But if I'm a food desert, like the produce is not going to be the greatest anyways, you know?
Now, if it's a food, now you're going back to what I was talking about.
I know.
With the food desert, and I feel you. And essentially, you might be right that they may not get the most quality food in those corner stores.
Yeah, they're not. They're going to get expired food. They're going to get food that,
We have to hope that they wouldn't do that.
Well,
right? That they wouldn't give us all expired food. That's health concerns. That's the health department there. There's rules and regulations against that. I'm just saying that the possibility is there that if they take all of this unhealthy stuff off of EBT and it forces these corner stores who get most of their money from EBT to now provide healthy stuff that can be bought by EBT, it changes the game. Because let me tell you something. There's a spot for all of these corner stores. There's a spot on 25th and Lisbon where all of them go to get, most of them anyway, go to get their produce, right? Get everything they sell. All it is throughout this whole big warehouse is garbage food, junk food. Through the whole warehouse, it's just junk food. And a lot of times they'll get it on consignment. And this guy who used to own a bunch of groceries, used to own a bunch of corner stores, now owns this. And this is how it was a few years ago. It might have changed. But he'd give it to them on consignment. So they'll go and get it, and then they'll put it in their stores and they pay them back.
Right.
What if they did the same with healthy food now? You know, where it was just one place they went, got all of their healthy food, and then they took it to the store they were in. And so I just think it would change the game, maybe.
Yeah. But I also, I don't know, because that might be more difficult for the actual store owners, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because our people, they're not just rolling through the store to get a salad. You know, even to get a bag salad, a head of lettuce, they're not doing that. They definitely ain't rolling to the corner store for that.
I think the pushback would be so large.
It would be.
People would lose their minds.
Absolutely.
Over that. And I think, and we're talking about our black poor people.
Yeah.
I think white poor people would lose their mind just as much. Because, you know, white people hate for somebody to tell them what to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you're going to tell...
Dame.
You know, we talking about us, but white people hate it. And so these poor white people, I don't know. If I want to eat my Flaming Hots, I'm going to eat my Flaming Hots. Because they can't... Flaming Hots ain't surviving just off of the hood. So white folks is eating them. So I'm just saying. There's not enough black people in America to keep Flaming Hots alive. So white folks like Flaming Hots too. And so that's all I'm saying. There we go.
Let's go to True Talk and Text Line. Blake is there. Blake, good morning. You're on with Bailey and Damien and Truth in the Morning. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is very pure. Y'all chemistry, like Dame and Homer's, is going down for real. Okay, but real talk. Ever since I was a kid, we was embarrassed to go to the store with the food stamp books, and then they regulated everything. So it can't like they can't go back to that. So as far as my truth is, I'm fortunate enough to where I've been, as they say, I'm a regular person. I don't get the Medicaid or I don't get food stamps. I have to pay for everything. I have 3 jobs and 2 businesses. So therefore, I'm not in the conversation, but to watch everybody just on the phone about their stamps or at the store arguing about their stamps or like just go, if they were not here, just pay what you weigh and be a boss and quit worrying about it. Because I've seen people actually lie to other people about their stamps and then sell them to somebody else and all that type of stuff. But then, like, this thing just happened and everybody spazzed out. Then they gave it to them. It's like, please give us some food. Please give us some food. And then, like Pac say, we're going to be like, please give us some food. Then it's like, boom, we are hungry. Then I'm picking the door. I'm blasting coming through blast. You know what I mean? They playing with us. It's misdirection. They're trying to get our mind off of what's important. He needs to be impeached, but they're diverting everything that's important.
All right. I can't respond because I didn't really understand what he was saying. You got to talk about Pac. You got to talk about all this other stuff. He said our chemistry is going down. Is it going down in a good way? Is it going down? What are you saying? I don't get.
I don't understand.
He started off. I don't know. I didn't understand what he was saying.
Right.
Gary, did you understand what he was saying? I didn't understand what he was saying at all.
I didn't understand what he was saying either.
All right, well.
So, okay. Next.
Hit us up on YouTube and clarify what you were saying, brother. Because you were talking about Pac and coming through the door shooting.
Right.
What are you talking about? I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about either. 833-212-1017. That's our True Talk and text line. You want to get in on this conversation. Actually, it's about time for us to go to break. So when we come back, what are we going to talk about, Dane?
When we come back, we got other stuff to talk about. We got the police that just had to pay somebody $2.5 million
right,
for something, and then you add that on top of the fact that they just paid somebody $7 million earlier in the year. Mm-hmm. It's $9.5 million we've had the police department has had to pay out.
Yeah,
and you as a taxpayer have had to pay out. So I want to see what y'all feel about that.
All right, so get ready. 833-212-1017, our True Talk and text line. We'll be back with more Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
It's College Month on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 101.7 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. On Tuesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to take on the Dominican University Stars.
Jovanovic free throw line. Backs down DeVries with a left-hand dribble. Feeds, fires, and scores. Hubbard as well on the floor. Aguilar in. Bulldog scoops and scores. Two tough ones for Amar Aguilar.
Scott Warris has the coverage Tuesday starting at 5:30 on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock. Where strong voices meet strong opinions.
Tell your kids who were supposed to be the seventh generation that Paw Paw's an idiot because Paw Paw decided he wanted to be Make America Great, but meanwhile, the Chinese ain't buying soybeans from us no more because of policies Donald Trump put in, and they voted for us. You know, I don't know what we're gonna do. I know what you should have did. You should have voted for somebody that wasn't gonna put tariffs out there. I love God, but God can't save you from nonsense. You don't deserve a bailout. You can't sit here and vote one way, and then when your economy gets decimated, your way of life gets destroyed, you want to pray to God? God didn't tell you to go to that poll and vote against your own best interest. That was your own damn problem. That was you. But don't ask for prayer when you block your own blessing. That's why I don't feel bad for these farmers. You voted for this, and now you reap what you sow.
Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace. Every weekday from 12 to 1. Streaming live on YouTube and on 101.7 The Truth.
The more you listen to your kids, the closer you'll be. So we asked kids, what do you want your parents to hear?
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
We're not adults, so just be there and listen. I just want someone to yap to. And I just feel like I'll be fine if someone just hears me talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
You're doing a really good job. And I don't think I tell you that enough. And I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find resources to help you support your kids and their emotional well-being at sounditouttogether.org. That's sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Pivotal.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Check it out one time.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Truth in the Morning. Bailey Coleman, Dame Ellzey, live from the American Family Insurance Studio. Dame, good morning. Good morning.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock. Dame.
I need to wake up.
Okay. This MPD thing is starting to really get on my nerves because when I just see more of my money floating out the window because they doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and that is absolutely the case. Just yesterday, I see that the Common Council Judiciary Committee approved $2.5 million to go to somebody who died in custody. Mr. Keyshawn Thomas in February, he died in custody. He had ingested some drugs. And in ingesting these drugs, dope boys getting arrested or something. I'm not saying that's what he was, but he had ingested some drugs. And he told the people, he told the arresting officers, he told the intake officer, apparently, and he had told other people. And it was three levels. You got the arresting officer, the intake officer, and then the guy that's in the cell.
Okay.
That's checking on you while you're in the cell. And so apparently he had told the majority of these people, and nothing was done for him. They initially said they were going to take him to the hospital, but then another one said, no, we're not. You can't go. So long story short, he ended up dying in custody.
That's
and
crazy.
If you haven't heard this story, it's sad. He died in custody. He was only like 20 years old.
Wow.
So his family sued the city of Milwaukee. And in that suit, the city just decided, okay, we just need to give them this money that they're asking for. We're wrong. The officers are wrong. A couple of them got fired, but ended up getting their job back through the Fire and Police Commission. So it was $2.5 million.
Wow.
Which is a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
But then you add that, and again, we could talk about the misconduct of the police in that situation.
Right.
But we don't know all the details. I don't know all the details. I know what was reported to have happened.
Right.
And just on the surface level, this man should have been helped.
Right.
And when he's in police custody, that's what needs to happen.
Right.
And too many times it doesn't.
Right.
And it should have.
Yeah.
But then when you add that to the fact that earlier in the year, they had to give $7 million to Danny Wilbur, I think is his name. And because he was wrongfully convicted, and in being wrongfully convicted, he ended up serving a bunch of years in prison. So this happened in 2005, served a bunch of years, and then he sued, and then the suit just ended earlier this year.
Okay.
Where he's getting $7 million.
Wow.
So just in this one calendar year, the police department is costing you as taxpayers.
Don't say me.
$9.5 million. Because I want y'all to understand where that money comes from. That money doesn't come from, you think it comes from a special fund that they would have for things like that, but it doesn't. They can borrow to get that money, but then you still got to pay that money back.
Right.
Because the city is insured by itself. So it's not an insurance company that's paying for this suit. The city has to pay for it themselves. That $9 million is coming from the city budget. Now, if y'all remember the conversations we've had over this course of this year about how tight it is for the city budget, that's $9 million as a taxpayer that you're paying into, that you're not getting any services or anything back from. Because the police department just cost you.
And we just gave them a raise.
The police department just cost you $9 million.
Wow.
$9.5 million out of the city budget. Now, they say it paid over the course of a number of years, but essentially, it's $9.5 million that you're going to have to pay to somebody because of what the police department has done.
See?
How do y'all feel about that? How do you feel about having to, the police department already get the largest portion of our budget? So it seems logical to me.
They finna get more.
That they finna get more to cover that. And maybe that $9.5 million should come out of their budget. That would seem logical, right? What do you think, Bailey? That seem logical?
That seems logical. That seems logical. I just think about some of the inequities that have, with the city of Milwaukee and, the funding for different things and how it's just kind of everything. There's a lot that's misplaced.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that other cities are getting, I've heard other cities are getting funds from us and stuff like that could cover some of this and make our world right?
You would think so.
But that's just not the way it's set up. I guess we should get ready to pay some more property tax. You homeowners, those of you that own extra homes besides your own, you got to come your way, don't you?
Yeah, and like one of the police officers got fired for falsifying records. They tried to cover it up.
Wow.
And then they started pointing fingers at each other as to who was at fault.
Wow.
And so
that's a whole nother
issue. And I'm not even going to touch on the trust factor with that. One of them received a $5,000 fine. All this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's neither here nor there. The guy, Danny Wilbur, who was convicted of homicide in 2005, found out that his trial was unfair and he was wrongfully convicted or whatever the case may be. They had to pay him, like I said, $7 million.
Well,
this happened 20 years ago, and it's just now come. So a lot of this stuff is stuff that maybe this police department didn't do, but it did. 2018, we had a bunch of suits where the police department was sued for, I hate to say it so grossly, but digging in people's booties.
We remember that.
Yeah.
We remember that.
Searching.
That was pretty outrageous.
Yeah.
That was pretty outrageous.
So all of that money comes from you as a taxpayer. Now, there has been in the past where, when I was working with the council, where we have presented that money come from them.
Mm-hmm.
That they have an overtime budget fund and all of this stuff, right?
Right.
The police officers have all this stuff set up for them.
Mm-hmm.
That money comes out of their stuff.
Yeah.
Not the taxpayers. Because if you mess up on your job,
yeah,
then you paying for it.
Yeah.
You're going to be the one that's going to pay for that.
Without
right?
question.
If a waitress, somebody runs off on a waitress and they dash and dine.
Yeah, dine and dash.
Dine and dash.
Uh-huh.
It comes out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They got to pay for that meal.
They got to pay for that. So the police department should have to pay for that. And so
which I think is totally not fair, by the way.
Oh, the dash and dine?
Yeah, I don't think.
No, I don't think it's fair. But I'm just saying, it's shown. It's been a precedent shown throughout, throughout our economy that's what happens. You mess up, you pay for it. Only in Milwaukee, where police officers talk about the crime is still out of control.
Yeah.
And that's why they need more police officers and they need more money. You don't do your job as well as other people.
Right.
But we're going to give you more money.
Right.
And now you mess up and we got to pay for it. So not only are you whooping feet, like Kendrick would say, you're getting paid more.
Mm-hmm.
You're messing up and we paying for it. So who's going to say something? Who on the council, anybody, who's going to say something that this has got to stop? You know what I'm saying? The police union, all these people have too much power.
They got too much power, and they messing around with our money.
They messing around with our money now.
Man.
Because y'all get mad about the couple of million that we gave to here and there.
Right.
But the police department just cost you $10 million.
$10 million. So it's too much money.
And that's just off of those two cases. That's not even the cases from 2018. That's not even the smaller cases where it's 300,000 here, 400,000 here. All of that adds up.
Yeah.
So my question to the Truth Nation is, who's gonna pay for this? You mad about your taxes going up? You mad about this? You mad about your potholes in your potholes in your lawn like daylight so? But you mad about the potholes in your street?
Can't even get them fixed.
And you can't get them fixed. But you mad at everything else. But look at this.
Yep.
They just cost you $10 million.
Yeah. And you just gave them a raise.
So they costing you money and you giving them more money. And they already get the largest portion of
Dave, why don't you like the police? Are you a police hater?
I'm not a police hater. I'm just giving the facts here.
I feel like you're a police hater.
I am not a police hater, but I understand the institution of policing and how it has affected the black community through over-policing, through the inception of policing from slavery to now.
Professor Dame.
I understand how it affects us.
Professor
and we cannot make light of that.
Professor
I understand
Dame.
how that goes. But now you couple, so those who want to be fiscally responsible, you don't care about none of that.
Uh-huh.
None of the stuff that happens to black people, you don't care about that.
Nope.
What about this $10 million it's going to cost us? Do you care about that? It's Because somebody should care about that.
It's finna come. Finna come out. Yeah.
Somebody's got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Something you like that needs to be funded. It's
You know
not gonna
what?
get funded for that.
You know what? You know what they should do? Put a special tax on hot chips.
Bailey's making light of it. But I'm dead serious here. What
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Dang, relax.
Listen.
I'm just kidding.
Listen.
We gotta go
when
break.
we come
Dave.
off of the break, I'm gonna let y'all know what I have as a way that we can pay for all of that.
It's Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth. It's College Month on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholar get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we'll be highlighting local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune in to 101.7 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Marquette University and Educators Credit Union.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
This is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth for Axe Housing. Are you tired of paying a landlord rent when you should be paying yourself? Do you want to leave a financial legacy, or would you like to have a stable place to call home? Well, it's time for you to start on the path to owning your own home instead of renting. You can work with an Axe Housing coach, and they will teach you how home ownership can be a reality. Axe Housing has helped over 4,000 families in our neighborhoods. Many times your mortgage will be a lot less than what you're paying for rent. As an average Axe family who has been helped pays around $900 per month. No matter what barriers you think you're facing, Axe Housing coaches can assist you right now. An Axe Housing coach will help you create and stick to a plan and a budget and get you ready for home ownership. If you're not dreaming of home ownership by now, you certainly should be. Let's make it a reality with Axe Housing. Get started on a virtual orientation by clicking on axhousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Don't let where you are financially right now get in the way of your very bright future of becoming a homeowner. Axe coaches are here to help.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Tune in to the award-winning 101.7 The Truth Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Kyle Wallace will be joined by Takara Henry, Executive Director of Sickle Cell Warriors of Wisconsin. They will discuss empowering the community through awareness and advocacy and action with a focus on sickle cell disease and the impactful work being done right here in Wisconsin. Once again, that's the Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday, 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Hey, you know what? We talked to her last week.
Yeah.
Homer and I talked to her last week, and she is amazing, and the work that she's doing is amazing.
That's dope.
So I really look forward to this Black Business Give Back Spotlight because she's doing amazing work. You know who else we talked to last week that I want to shout out? And I said I was going to post on my social last week, and y'all know I was dealing with all kinds of drama, so they got to forgive me. Mm-hmm. But it's the Loaded Spuds.
Loaded Spuds.
Oh my gosh. Dame, first I just want to say thank you for switching days with me last week. Y'all don't know that me and Dame switched days last week because I was having car issues. So we switched days, and I ended up on Friday, and Dame worked for me on Wednesday. And I love you, Dame, and I love you even more because Loaded Spuds was the bomb, and you were supposed to be here on Friday. But I want to tell you, me and Kendall ate good off of that one spud. I mean, that potato, Dame, when I tell you that potato was so huge and was so amazing, and so y'all, and their prices are so Loaded Spud.
It was so huge and amazing, huh?
It pause, Dave.
It was, I don't have to pause. You're a woman. It was so huge and amazing. Huh?
It was. We had the Philly. Me and Homer had the Philly cheesecake one, Philly cheesesteak.
Pause. Nah, I gotta pause myself.
And it was amazing. I mean, to tell you. And it was so.
See, now you can't even talk about it.
It was huge.
You can't even give it adjectives anymore. I've ruined it.
You know what? Y'all got to check them out. Y'all got to check them out because when I say it was amazing.
Say it was huge again.
No. It was. No, I can't. No, I'm not even going to say that. But y'all got to check them out. And I am going to post. I am going to post my potato on there. Yes. I am gonna post on my social media. So if it'll be up today. If you follow me on Facebook, it'll be up today. Cause it's
Don't feel bad, Dame. I didn't get any either.
I know it.
Well, they only brought two, and I had some.
So y'all didn't get Rhea none.
That I thought they were gonna bring her
and I tell you, they whisked past me with their little plates and bags to go out of here. I said, "Oh, okay, have a good day."
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
It was amazing. You know what? I'm gonna get Rhea her own. I'm gonna get Rhea her own.
I'll go there myself.
They was in here acting like rich Republicans, huh?
You know what?
Nothing.
Well, honestly, we didn't have a whole lot of time, right, between because we did the sickle cell interview with Takara right afterwards. So we didn't even get a chance to even really actually eat it. Homer was over here digging in, right? He had his all set up.
She threw Homer under the bus ASAP. You see that? That was an asexual throw under the bus of Homer.
Wait a minute.
Homer, if you're listening, you just got thrown under the bus.
No.
That what you feel was the bus running over you.
He had extra time. I didn't have the extra time because they came in the door. Right when they came in the door, I was talking to them. And signs were moving and this and that. You know how it goes in here. And so he had time over here. I didn't have no time. I just took a little bit off the top and was like, oh, my gosh. And then I had to close it up because they're coming in the door. That's how it went down.
Excuses.
Well, I just want to thank you for filling in for me, though. And
excuses
I want loaded Spuds to know.
You want Lotus Buzz to know that it was
amazing, and I'm going to be posting about them soon.
Wait, I got it wrong. It's Loaded Spud.
It's loaded
Spud. Okay.
That's my
bad. That's because, but the Facebook page.
Yeah, the URL was like off. Yeah.
Yeah, it is with the S.
So it's with an S. So did you like the proportions of it?
You trying to get me again? You better leave me alone. You better leave me alone. I'm going to tell on you.
This is a sick Negro.
It's too early for this. I sound like Shirley right now. That's
if you would have seen how
easy it went down.
You better. You getting Doc B. Okay, let's get into the next topic here because you're playing.
Wait a minute, we're not done with this one. Hold on.
No,
we done with that.
We done with that.
But going back to what you said about the taxing of the hot chips, you said it in jest, but in Chicago we have learned.
Wow.
From other people, Alfonso Dupree said, "Leave our hot chips alone." First of all. But then someone else said,
Alfonso, I want you to know I was joking, but on the real, I be having me some hot chips sometimes too. And you see how I broke out my Ebonics package when I started talking about the hot chips.
Look,
yes.
You know, Janet said, I've never heard of hot chips before. Janet was lying.
Janet,
did you see that
come on
documentary
now.
where Janet said she had never heard of hot chips? They asked her about
Oh,
them,
yeah,
and she was
Janet
like,
Jackson.
I've never heard of this thing you speak of called Flamin' Hots.
Yes.
Hot Flamins? What do you speak of? Shut up, Janet. You had hot Flamins before.
Okay.
Anyway, Kimberly Harris said in Chicago, they put a tax on soda.
Oh, okay.
Let me just say this. The Chicago mayor is one of the best mayors and they're gonna go after him, and they're probably gonna pull some out.
Right.
So hopefully everything is above board and he doesn't do anything cross the street wrong. But he has presented himself as one of the best mayors in recent history that I've seen.
Okay.
Because of the way he's defending Chicago, the way he's fighting off Trump, if he has aspirations of higher office, he definitely got a shot at it. But hopefully he just wants to be the mayor and do well for those people. But they say in Chicago they put a tax on soda, so maybe they could put a tax on.
You know what?
On those foods.
Now, in the city that I'm from, Seattle. At one point, I don't know if they still have it, but they used to have a snack tax.
Hey.
All snacks. All your snacks. All your snacks, your chips, your candy bars, your sodas, all of that. They used to. I don't know if they still do because I haven't lived there in over 20 years. But they used to have a snack tax.
Maybe that.
They got all kinds of crazy stuff going on there, though.
We're going to need them taxes.
You got to pay for you a bag when you go to the store.
I like that one, though. That's not bad.
That's Aldi. Aldi, you do that.
Yep.
I went to San Francisco, and I was waiting. I went to the corner store, and I was waiting to get, my bag. And she was like, that'd be 20 cents. And I said, for what? She said, for the bag. And I was like, that's my San Francisco bougie voice, because it was in the bougie part of San Francisco.
Yeah.
For the bag. And I was like, for the what? I got to pay for the plastic bag? I said, why?
Because the landfills and this.
That's what they said, for the landfills.
There are tree huggers out there. Hey, I'm from the West Coast. I know what it is. They're tree huggers.
I said, for what?
Yeah.
But we gonna need all of them taxes to pay for the police department and they $10 million. So we're saying that in jest.
We're saying it in jest.
But maybe there's some real stuff in there that we need to do.
The hot chips tax.
Taxing hot chips, taxing soda, taxing all of this stuff to help pay for the police misconduct that we finna have to pay for the next few years. And this is why I say that the police misconduct should come out of their budget. And if it doesn't come out of their budget, it comes out of their overtime pay, because they get a separate portion of the budget just for that stuff, right?
Okay.
So it comes out of there, and then what happens is if they overuse that, right? We cap that. They got to come to the council.
Okay.
And then when you come to the council, you have to explain to the council why are we paying for all of this? What happened? But council already knows that they're paying for it because of whatever, the misconduct. But it forces the council and it forces the police to have to answer to the council. Right now, the only time they come to the council is for licensing hearing, maybe, separate stuff for public, but not to be called to the table about stuff.
Okay.
So now it's like the only time they come is for budget. That's the only time they come, right? Mm-hmm. Now it forces them to have to come throughout the year. Once they reach that point, now you got to come holler at us.
All right.
And in hollering at us, we get to question you about certain things, and now we get to question you about digging up in people's booties. And stuff like that.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, look, Truth of Talk and text line 833-212-1017. Black Conscious, good morning. You're on with Damon Bailey on 101.7 The Truth.
Well, a glorious day to be alive. Knowledge is health, and health is wealth. What to do, you two?
Hey.
Good morning, brother.
MC, they don't call it soda in Chicago. They call it pop. Just, put that out there.
Pop,
so they
my
tax
bad.
the
They
pop.
taxing the
Yeah,
pop.
that's what they do.
Okay.
So the other thing, instead of, bleeding us with all these hit and misses taxes, why don't they just go on and legalize cannabis? You get all the taxes you want. We'll be in a deficit. We'll be out of a deficit, and it will just give you a surplus of money. It is simple. What's up, Milwaukee? What's up, Wisconsin?
Absolutely.
All the other states can run it down, and they seeing benefits from it.
That's true. But y'all be wilding too much here in Wisconsin.
Well, okay.
I'm just messing with you. I am from the original state to let cannabis be amongst us, Washington State. So I know I'm just kidding with you, but hey, you know what? That's what they feel. That's how they feel. You know, that's how folk feel here, the legislatures and what have you. In Wisconsin, it's too wild. Y'all going to get too crazy and everything. But, you know, if they really know about some herbal essence, then they'll know that it can be a very relaxing substance. I'm just saying. What do you think, Dan?
Listen.
I've heard.
I have no problem with cannabis. I have been a cannabis user at some point in my life. I think there's a lot of ways for us to generate funds for the city of Milwaukee, and cannabis is just one of them. I think taxing sodas and chips and stuff, it might not
Snack
be
tax.
It might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because if people are using EBT for it anyway, it's not them it's going to the EBT. So then the EBT is just paying.
There
you go. You know what I'm saying? You're not. So I see. But then people are going to say, oh, they're going to have less money on their card because they're going to be paying for this extra tax and this, that, and the other. Well, listen, there you have it. We got to pay. A lot of times we have to pay because they just, those snack wrappers and stuff like that end up in the street anyway. So we got to pay to clean it up anyway. So we might as well get a tax for that.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah. Being logical about it. But there you have it.
There it is. 833-212-1017. That's our True Talk and text line. When we come back, we're going to talk about something that happened in Brookfield this past weekend.
Yeah.
That we felt like, why didn't we know about that?
Right.
Y'all going to want to hear this. It's coming up next. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive On collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
894 westbound, right in the Mitchell interchange. We have the both shoulders blocked because technically we have a couple of accidents. There's one with the left lane blocked in the Mitchell itself, and then there's one a little bit further on to westbound 894 from the Mitchell. That one's the one that has the shoulders blocked. So that's going to be affecting your ride. We've also got a crash westbound 94 at Clybourne or 25th Street. Left lane is blocked there. Everybody is out of their car for some strange reason, standing in the rain, not getting it, but okay. It's going to be slow all the way past Hawley Road with that one. And then more delays then from Moreland Road all the way towards Brookfield Road. Eastbound's backed up from 92nd Street all the way through the stadium. Then we've also got 41 southbound as usual from before Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton. Northbound's backed up before Mayfair Road all the way up towards Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, rain early with a mix up to the north and west, up to an inch of slushy accumulation far north of I-94, a high of 41. Tonight, becoming partly cloudy, a low of 36. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
.101.7 The Truth in the morning. Bailey Coleman, Dame Ellzey this morning, bringing you things live from the American Family Insurance Studio. Dame, so I was at my what?
Shout out to Angel because she just texted me something. I can't repeat on air. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay.
She just says Bailey loves you. That's why she keeps saying it. So he is.
Wait a minute. Somebody said we need to act more professional. Okay, anyway.
Forget that. Don't listen. I ain't gonna. You never supposed to tell nobody not to listen. I know that. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. No.
We having fun. Chill
We
out.
having fun. You know what? And one thing that you all should know, we are authentically ourselves. We always, every morning that you hear us and that we're here, we gonna bring it to you real. And we're going to be ourselves because that's the only thing we can do is be ourselves. We're not all hoity-toity. We're not, we're real. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. We're going to be real with you. Right, Dame?
All the time.
We're going to be 100.
All the time. Just like God is good, I'm going to be real all the time.
All the time. You know what? And we're going to break out our Ebonics packages and we're going to talk proper when we feel like it and the whole deal.
I don't got to break it out. I'm always going to be ebony. It's ebony, because that's what Ebonics is.
Ebony and ivory.
Ebony language.
Ebony and ivory.
I'm always going to be me.
Okay. Me too, though. Me too.
But you know what? That's why people love us, though. It's because we're always us. And people love that honesty.
Always got to be you.
And I would rather have somebody be honest with me and be who they're going to be all of the time than somebody that I got to read and see
exactly
how they doing and what it is.
Exactly.
You know
we keep it real. We keep it real up in here.
Get the hell out of here with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel you.
I'm just saying. So anyway.
It's going to be hard to go into this serious topic. Though.
I know it's a serious topic, but we need to talk about it.
Look at that.
You crazy. We need to talk about it because nobody else has been talking about this.
It's amazing it hasn't been on the news.
It is.
And it has been.
It has been, but it wasn't. Yeah. I mean,
we don't feel like it got what it was supposed to get. When you brought it up to me last night, I went on a whole tangent.
Right.
That maybe that later on I talked to my homeboy Extra, and he was like, "Nah, this is what happened." Woo, woo, wham.
Right.
And so I had to walk off that ledge and stand down on that. But even then, they brought up something else.
Yeah. So when I was at work yesterday, our team at work were just happened to be talking about the passing of a brother that was out there that was hung in Brookfield.
Right.
And I thought, a black man, now y'all know how Lily Brookfield is.
Mm-hmm.
This was down the street from my other gig. Hung himself. But at the time, there was speculation on whether or not he had actually hung himself because of the climate of everything that has gone on in the country.
Yeah.
So the question was whether or not he had actually committed suicide.
Yeah.
And then Dame reading the story was like, I don't know.
Yeah. And even after I read the story, I was still in cross-examiner question mode. Like a lawyer that cross-examines a witness, I was still questioning everything that they said. But then I spoke with someone who had intimate knowledge of what took place. And they dropped some stuff on me, and I was like, oh, okay. But still, I was still ready to go. They call it going bulk. It's like the Black Hulk. Because I get mad, and it's on some black stuff. And I love my people. So
I've never heard that terminology before, but I have to bring that up to my son because when he gets, the Hulk was always a favorite character. Yeah. So okay. But
I go bulk, Black Hulk. Because it's about my people. And I felt like in this situation, it just seemed like, because we had the brother that got hung in Mississippi not too long ago at their homecoming. We've had other hangings throughout the country that have been deemed suicide. But in those cases, there were no cameras around on all of this stuff. I guess here there were cameras.
There were cameras.
It was in a very, open space where cameras were about. And this young person did have some mental challenges going on.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Before we even go any further, if someone's listening now that has feelings of suicide, there are ways to get help. I believe you can call 211 to get some help and get pointed in the right direction. What did you say, Rhea?
Also, 988.
Okay.
There you go.
So there you go. So we don't want anybody that's listening right now not to get the help that they need if they're. Also, I just want to say, if nobody told you that they loved you today, I love you. Mm-hmm. And you should also know that it's really not worth sacrificing your life.
No.
For anybody or any scenario, you need to take a nap, wake up tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It's going to be better. I promise. Relax. If you need to talk to somebody, the number again, Rhea, is what? 988?
988.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I tell people all the time when I mentor, when I just counsel people, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
Don't make a permanent decision based upon a momentary emotion.
And you feel like you can't go on.
That's all momentary. And you have to tell people that's momentary.
Absolutely.
It feels like it's never going to end. It feels like the world is on your shoulders right now, but you keep moving one foot after another, and eventually you'll
get through it.
You're going to find some way to get through it. And it's going to be difficult, but you're going to get through it. So that permanent decision you're making is taking your life. And when this story came out, and you sent it to me, and I was like, that's why I was questioning it so much, because it was so much like they said he used body weight to hang himself. It sounded like a scene from The Wire,
right?
Where the dude used body weight and hung himself on the doorknob and stuff like that,
right?
But I'm like, come on, man! It just seemed like it was a lot of stuff that was going on. But doing a little research, I found out that this is the case. So with that being said, and us not hearing enough about it, I think that there's an issue in the media. And we're in the media now, right?
Right.
And
so we said we got to talk about it.
We play a role in that too. I think
absolutely.
There's not enough conversation about mental health and about these situations, and especially the mental health of Black people,
mm-hmm.
and the effects that it has on us, right? And the effect the world and everything has on us. And I don't think there's enough coverage on Black life.
Yeah.
In general, unless that Black life is taken violently.
Yeah.
Unless something has happened to sensationalize the taking of that life, then that life doesn't get the same coverage as, say, a white girl that dies on 39th and Lancaster.
And that was one of the main things, because you heard like a murmur through some corners about this conversation, right? And it's a Black man who died in Brookfield.
Yeah.
Okay? But this other young lady the Caucasian young lady who was on the north side of Milwaukee. That's all you heard about. It was in the news feed for days and days, multiple times, different angles, this and that. Now they're really focused on the young lady who killed her, or allegedly killed her, because she hasn't gone to court yet. That's been charged with killing her, and all the ins and outs of that.
Yeah.
But you didn't hear about this brother. I mean, they're polar opposites, but it's still the same. Why didn't we hear more about it?
Because what you're comparing is the fact that we had this white girl who was in a black neighborhood,
right,
and ended up losing her life.
Right.
You have this black young man who's in a predominantly white area,
right,
that ends up losing his life,
right,
for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you add those 3 points that are, like you just said, polar opposite, 3 points, then why shouldn't, if that was something that should be covered so much, why can't this be covered so much? The only thing absent is the violence, but we don't, at that point, we didn't know. This could have been violent. This could have been other things.
It could have.
But it turned out that it wasn't, but nobody knew that, and it wasn't covered initially the same way that this other one was.
Okay. We want to hear from you, Truth Nation. 833-212-1017. That's our Truth Talk and text line. You can also hit us up on our YouTube page. We want to hear from you on this. Are there inequalities in the coverage of the deaths around here, black and white? Is it a race issue? What do you think? 833-212-1017. You're checking out Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What is a DJ? Do we just play music? Maybe some are that simple. For me, I create memories that last a lifetime. I'm always thinking about how songs connect. I read the room. Every event is an open canvas, a new world. So what's a DJ when you hire me? I'm a vibe architect, a curator of euphoria, a guaranteed good time.
I know you want me. Every day, not only when you're lonely.
Whether you have a wedding, festival, corporate event, or any other special occasion, get your free consultation with DJ Remaniac today.
Trailblazer. Harley-Davidson is an iconic Milwaukee brand, recognized worldwide for its innovation and strength. For many years, Harley-Davidson has partnered with Junior Achievement to prepare the future workforce of our community. Together, we're ensuring young people discover the career path that's right for them. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
Join Marketplace Wisconsin on December 10th and 11th, where contract-ready small businesses meet buyers, partners, and mentors. Register now at marketplacewisconsin.com. That is marketplacewisconsin.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
It's Truth in the Morning, 101.7 The Truth. Bailey Coleman, Dame Ellzey, live from the American Family Insurance Studio. This morning, we've been talking about it just messed with me. It messed with my spirit. This brother being hung, and we hardly heard about it on the news. And I mean, we just I really believe that there are so many inequities sometimes in what's happening in the media and the coverage of it, especially here in Wisconsin. We're going to go to our Truth Talk and text line, 833-212-1017. Security Mike, good morning. You're on with Bailey and Dame.
How y'all doing this morning?
All right, bro.
T-Lo touched on it a little bit yesterday, but you ain't gonna hear about it because you wouldn't expect something like that to go on out there in Brookfield, because a lot of blacks do live out there. I got a couple of friends, people I grew up with that lives out that way. That's never been a problem, but you see how we living now with who's running this country and what he brought out the closet is a lot of hate and racial tensions. No one hangs himself or commits suicide outside like that. Most of the time you're in the confinements of your own home or something. How can somebody get up on what was he hanging from, the street light or something like that, the electric cords or whatever? No one's hung themselves.
It was something low. It was something low to the ground because they said he used body weight to complete.
I still don't believe that.
Okay.
I still don't believe that. So I mean, maybe they can run them cameras back or something in the lights, in the street lights or whatever, just to see. But no, you ain't gonna hear much about it because I think there's some foul play involved in that.
All right, thanks for your call. We got everybody chiming in. Red, good morning. You're on with Bailey Coleman and Dame Ellzey. How you doing?
Hey, how y'all doing this morning?
Excellent, bro.
Hey, let me tell you something. Look. Human nature is really funny. You know, us as black people, we got to evaluate our every step because, we got a bad history with America, okay? With all that stuff in the slavery. Listen, you talking about how people kill themselves? I used to be in prison years ago, right? But, man, people hung themselves in some difficult ways, and correctional people couldn't figure out how they done it, okay? When somebody want to end it, hey, you can't stop them, okay? And but us black people, we got to evaluate the things that we do. We accept their handouts. It's their Thanksgiving. They say, well, white people Thanksgiving is not like black people Thanksgiving. Our black people Thanksgiving is not like that. And the Christmases, we go give them our money every year. They trying to show us, hey, we still don't like you blacks, right? Okay, the white girl died in there. Robert Kennedy, I think one of his sons went to the Bronx. He used to get the black guys and the black girls drugs. And finally, he got killed. He died.
Hey.
Sorry, that was on me.
Rhea pulled the plug on you, brother. She was not going down.
Rhea, look, just so y'all know, our producer, Rhea, she don't play.
Yeah, Rhea will pull the plug on you instantly. She was not going down to Robert Kennedy.
Okay.
Gotta stay on topic now.
Golf hole right then. She was not going into
Rhea was like,
abyss.
what?
The conspiracy abyss with you on that one.
Okay, let's go back to Brian. He's on the True Talk and text line. He's from Menominee Falls. Brian, good morning. You're on with Bailey and Damien on 101.7 The Truth.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I didn't know that I thought this was a Caucasian guy that hung themselves. Black folks will never hang themselves. That's taboo. Anytime you hear tell of some black person hanging themselves, that's a bald-faced LIE. Okay, that's a false flag. That's fake. That's not going to happen. That's one thing we will not do, especially a black man is not going to hang himself. That's a taboo thing to us. So for them to even say something like that happened with body weight, I mean, that's just trying to develop any kind of narrative that they can come up with. I don't buy it. I've never bought it. And it's just not something that would happen. Black folks would never, especially black men. That's the last thing a black man is going to do.
Hey, listen, I completely agree with you. And that's how I initially thought about this. And that's what I usually think about anytime someone has someone being hung in any part of the country and it's a black man, is that's something that we just wouldn't do and we just won't do. So I'm gonna be like you. I'm gonna hold out until I see actual video footage of this, but right now they're saying there was cameras all around and this, that, and the other. It was a place that they have a lot of cameras. So until I see the videos, I'm not gonna say it wasn't and it was, but it just seems like that's not something that black people do.
I got one off the True Talking text line, another one, 833-212-1017 from Don. He said, right, seen it on Facebook, but not the news. It's always, it will always be a race issue. Very sad. You know, okay, here's what I want to say about it never being a black man or this group of young people that are around right now. That have come into fruition now, they're different. It's a whole different group.
They get very emotional.
They do. And so for me, I would hope that wouldn't happen.
Right.
But they're a different group. They got a whole different group, so I don't know.
I don't typically bash the younger generation or
I'm not
and
bashing.
I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying
I'm just saying
I don't
mental,
speak in that way about
I think
but they are emotional. And
they are.
Emotional can be seen as a negative, but maybe it isn't.
But I think that they are able to identify their emotions and their mental health in a way that we
So maybe it's a better thing. It's better.
That we're not able to do that, but I would hope.
But the cons of that is because you can in touch with your emotions and you have and maybe that's what we've allowed them to be, is we've allowed them to focus on other things than we had to focus on. And so in doing that, the cons is because you are in touch with your emotions, sometimes you don't know how to deal
exactly.
with that emotion and with that trauma, whatever it is you're going through.
Yeah. And so it's a whole different thing. Let's go to True Talk and text line. Miley, good morning. You're on with Bailey Coleman and Damian Ellzey.
Good morning, everyone. Y'all have a blessed one as well. This is Smiley. I just wanted to say one thing. The most important thing is, regardless if he hung himself or not, we must just keep in mind that God is above all things.
Yes.
And we must keep people in prayer because mental health is very real. You know, I agree, cameras tells it all, but it's all about how and what they show. But if they do show he hung himself, we must keep his family and everyone in, in prayer because this is real. And if he didn't hang himself, we still got to keep in mind, prayer still change all things.
Yes, it does.
And that we got to be aware and not afraid because this stuff is real. And we cannot allow one man who has flesh turn us against each other because of some fact of a stupidity or ignorance. Just be safe out here and be aware of what's going on, regardless, because there's a lot of our young men who's coming up like this. And we just need to be mindful that, this is real. Either way it goes and which way it may swing, we must still stay in prayer and pray for those who are lost and mentally health that is a need of it, especially during this time.
Exactly. Thank you, Smiley.
And thank you, Smiley. Regardless of what happened in this situation, whether he did it, whether he didn't do it, and I will hold out. Hopefully they don't come by and be like, "Oh, we didn't have any video of it." Once they say that, then I'm going back bulk. Once they do, I'm going back Black Hulk. But because what we have to understand is this is a trend that has been taking place throughout this country, where black and brown people have been turning up hung all over the place.
Right.
And so my initial thoughts weren't out of place. Anybody's initial thoughts when they heard this story weren't out of place because of the society that we live in, and because of what has happened historically in this country, and because of what has happened most recently in history, what happened most recently in our news stories about black men and brown men turning up hung.
Right.
With that in mind, they better produce a video or something where the family can see it, and then maybe the family comes out and say, "Yeah, we saw the video."
Yeah,
or something like that.
That's always good.
If they say, "Oh, we don't have no video," it's up.
You crazy. You are crazy. But I'll say this. Just remember, these young people that are coming up now, they're dealing with stuff we didn't have to deal with. they're dealing with all the social media stuff, all the different things, the president and everything, it's all different. And remember, their president was President Obama during their maturing years. That's all they knew. Mm-hmm. So what's going on now to them is total chaos. Yeah. They're used to security and feeling well about at least the government. But they ain't got that no more, right?
Absolutely right.
And they haven't been taught really how to deal with that. So everything in their world is probably like off.
Yeah, Trump for 4 years and getting back now. Mm-hmm. But out of the 18 years of life, 12 of them was Obama and Biden.
Yep.
There you go.
So we got to get out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, Dame. When you coming back?
I'm back in here Friday.
All right. So I'll see you tomorrow morning with Homer Blow. Up next, my guy,
Sherman Hughes.
All right. We'll see you later. Have a great day.
On Tuesday night, the Milwaukee Panthers return home to take on the Dominican University Stars.
Jovanovic free throw line.